What if the A-10 Thunderbolt is taken back to World War II? Will it make a difference? In this video, we will take a close look and tell you a hypothetical story of what would happen. First, this much depends on the time of its appearance, who gets it, and in what number, and whether it is just one single aircraft or the aircraft with spare parts and supplies. Let us suppose that it appears at the beginning of World War II, September 1939. Some mysterious benefactors give the British 24 A-10s with a guaranteed supply stream to keep them maintained and fueled. They also supply pilot instructors and a unit of engineers familiar with the type. And then, the Royal Air Force chooses some of its best pilots and 96 ground crew to train. Early on the training, the Royal Air Force pilots notice that the A-10 does not have an air-to-air gun resight. Well, that's easy, they come out with a solution. Then comes May 1940, where Matt marches on the Low Countries and France. Despite pleas from France, the British government is reluctant to send its aircraft into the war. However, when it becomes clear that the British expeditionary forces are being pushed back to seas, it becomes necessary to use everything to cover their retreats. Thus, on the 21st May, the A-10 enters the Battle of France, supporting the joint British and French counter-attack on Arras. The aircraft are separated into three squadrons, 901 and 902, which specialize in ground attack, and Squadron 903 in air-to-air combat. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, the aircraft make important contributions in the fighting and defense around the Channel ports. They devastate the 3rd SS Panzer Division to Tenkop and destroy a large number of German 88mm and 105mm guns, and lead to the surrounding and eventual capture of 7th Panzer Division's HQ and commanding officer. Squadron 903 alone is responsible for destroying more Luftwaffe aircraft than the rest of the Royal Air Force combined. The A-10's GAU-8 Avenger would completely disintegrate Luftwaffe aircraft. Its jet engine gives it superior speed, and its super tough skin gives it protection from German bullets and anti-aircraft artillery. When Operation Dynamo starts at Dunkirk, all the three squadrons take one primary anti-aircraft role. Squadron 901 and 902 concentrate on long-range interceptions using AIM-9X missiles, and once they are out of missiles, they strafe German lines with the GAU-8 Avenger. Meanwhile, 903 is doing the job of taking down BF-109s and 110s. Although only 24 aircraft, they are responsible for more Luftwaffe losses than all other corps combined. Royal Air Forces, Spitfires and Hurricanes are only left to tussle with Stalkers and bombers. However, in early 1942, Kriegsmarine sent its warships Scharnhorst and Gneisenau through the English Channel. The A-10s lead the challenge against these ships, dropping 2,000-pound GBU-24 paveway bombs from several miles away. Gneisenau and Scharnhorst are hit by 8, the Prince Eugen by 4, and each of the escorting destroyers by 2. This is the first time in the war that the A-10s have used their largest bombs, and surprisingly, all 9 ships are sunk. The A-10s are able to follow up with missile attack against the Luftwaffe escorts, downing up to 50 fighters before peeling off. This is a major disaster for the Kriegsmarine, and Hitler orders that all naval furnished for surface warships be immediately diverted to the U-boat fleets, since they are submergible. Although the A-10s may be a superb aircraft, faster than anything the Germans have ever seen and well protected against damage, but not infallible. Eventually, some are damaged beyond repair, whether through enemy actions, accidents, or just wear and tear. Although the British absolutely lack the means to replicate this aircraft, they'll still get a lot of useful information which filters through to existing weapons research. The British sees a great leap in the development of infrared night sights, jet engine, radio communication, and direction finding, which by 1942, Royal Air Force bombers are achieving levels of accuracy during high-altitude nighttime bombing that they could only dream of 8,000 feet during the daytime. They share this knowledge with the United States Air Force, and through the rest of the war, bomb miss radius is reduced by nearly 70%. Half of British and American tanks are fitted with infrared night sights, although still primitive compared to the A-10's infrared capabilities. All of this massively improved the efficiency of Allied operations in Germany and Japan. The US Air Force can now achieve with just 400 aircraft what 1,000 could not. To conclude, the A-10 and its weapons load can be a game changer if supplied with spare parts, ammunition, and fuel, with aircrew and ground crew trained in its operation. Please note that this is just a hypothetical story of what would happen if the A-10 is taken back to World War II. Thanks for watching the video. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so you will always be updated when we upload a new video like this. Thanks for watching and see you in another video. So subscribe.